Aquarius, welcome to your end of July. Yeah, that's the month we're in. 2023 General Tarot Update. It's Raina here. Somebody asked about, why I didn't do Aquarius. There were actually a couple of signs that I didn't get to with the mid-month readings. I apologize for that. My setup with my tarot table is in a different room. It's easier for me to do audios, so you're the first one to have the end of the month. So, 6 of one, half dozen of the other, right? Okay. For some of you, there may be some kind of legal matter that it's almost like I feel that some people are saying, that's it. I'm calling a lawyer. So the obvious one is in a marital situation. We are having a new moon in Leo in August, and that will be in your 7th house of committed partnership, and also that full moon in your sign on the 1st of August will oppose Leo, the sun in Leo in the 7th. So that really shows that the emphasis is on you as well as someone else, especially that relationship. And the heart of the matter is the Knight of Swords, and this can be like a lawyer or someone else, or even within yourself. If you become more outspoken, if maybe you kind of were biting your lip about something and now you're just like, okay, that's it, this is what I'm going to do. Because the quite frankly, the two cards flanking that Knight of Swords are difficult cards. One of them is on the emotional, well, both of them can be on the emotional level, but the Four of Cups in the past position is dissatisfaction, dejection, and because it's an emotion and you could be dealing with relationships, you might feel this sense of disillusionment in your primary relationship, and it's like you can't hide it any longer. It's not, you feel that sense of this isn't working, and it's like maybe in the past you rationalized it away, and now something might come about that makes it impossible for you to do that. And the higher message is the Nine of Swords, which can mean anxiety. So what I would say, because the higher message is not meant to be just like a card that is a predictive card. It is really more telling you about what the lesson is to learn here, which is that when you are suffering, and it's funny because swords relate to the air signs like Aquarius, and those black birds in this particular deck, they do seem to illustrate when the person's having negative thinking, is that you may be, since both of those cards are similar, and it's like negative emotions and negative thoughts, like that the thoughts generate the emotions. It's what you tell about your situation. So if you are unhappy and yet you don't change that situation in your relationship, if you're dissatisfied, then there's cause and effect. You're going to feel anxious because you're obviously in a situation that for whatever reason is not aligned with where you want to be. So maybe that person drains you. Maybe they're cheating on you and you feel this sense of anxiety because you feel degraded by that, or some other situation that's similar to that. And the card that crosses you is the Six of Pentacles. This is about equal energy exchange. Now, in this particular situation, for those Aquarians who have, for instance, Venus in Pisces, you may have it deeply ingrained in your psyche or your soul that you have to, that love is about suffering, or that you have to be sacrificial in love to have a pure love. And while I admit that those can be themes for Venus and Pisces, some of that can be a distortion and can lead to you, um, sticking around in a relationship that generates negative feelings. So that's another thing about the Nine of Swords. And I would say about the Four of Cups as well. If you are in any type of relationship where you leave that space feeling bad for some reason, and sometimes there's gaslighting involved, like you're the problem. But if you don't feel good in somebody's company, and then you have to ask yourself, why are you there? So even if this is a workplace situation, I could see, like with the Knight of Swords, even like a younger boss or immediate supervisor coming in, and that making you very unhappy because you feel like this person is insensitive. And even though you're an air sign and you may take it on the chin now and then, you still may feel like you're a human being and you want to be treated with respect. So the Six of Pentacles can even be like, if you, let's say you get a raise and yet you have to tolerate some negative energy. It's like the amount of energy that you're putting into something is not comparable to that raise because you're still feeling drained from the encounter. What's coming in is the King of Pentacles. Now, just on the mundane level, this can be someone who is the big boss, or, that you can go to kind of, if this is a workplace matter. But in terms of if this is related to your love life, your relation, I meant to say relationships, you may need to see a financial advisor. Maybe you're with somebody who's a narcissist and who drained your bank account. Maybe that has been part of the problem, is that it's been a one-sided relationship. Certainly the Six of Pentacles can suggest one person giving and the other person taking. And I'm not talking about just tit for tat financially, I'm talking about energy-wise. And maybe you have to kind of see how you can get out of this situation without being taken to the cleaners. There are many possibilities. Perhaps you've been holding on to something because you don't want to change your fixed sign. You want to keep everything from changing because change makes you feel like your life is chaotic and you want to just have that continuity. Well, sometimes you can't do that. And emotionally, you may be going through the ringer right now. So you have to be able to accept the fact that there might be some messiness, but in the long term, it might be something very positive. As a matter of fact, the outcome is the Emperor. And this is a card of the person who is getting their act together or feeling in control of their life. And sometimes this can be a judge, or, you know what I mean, like a person who's making a legal decision. But if, I'm trying to figure out in terms of your own astrology, like where this is coming from. What I'm thinking is it's actually Pluto being in that 12th house in Capricorn, going back there recently, that has caused you to have to like really root inside and see where you still have these tendencies to act in ways that are self-destructive. And certainly people don't necessarily see this, but relationships can be very self-destructive if you choose unwisely. And maybe it's time to face that kind of situation so that you can feel more in control of your life like the Emperor. Alrighty then, that's what I have for you, Aquarius. I hope that this resonated. If you would like a private reading, the link is below. Take care. Bye.